with James and DDK.
And Money. Oh, hello. I think we're back, James.
We are back indeed.
We're back. We're back.
You're not very good at this, are you? The whole
I'm
coming
terrible.
back thing.
I was caught with a drink in my hand last time. I'm getting exposed. Alright guys, welcome back to the Caster Desk. We have, of course, Dust2 coming up between NiP and Titan. The first map was ridiculously insane. And the best thing about it was that it showed that Titan are just looking in great form, to be honest. Across the board, everyone is just picking it up at the moment, and no one is dropping the ball. No one is dropping any balls.
No, everyone has shown up to the table so far, which is great. They're all just shooting each other on Dust2 at the moment as they prepare to go into map 2. So we've got Ali versus Kenny S once again. And I think as even as the previous map was, I feel like Alu and NiP are going to be quite dangerous on this map. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean the thing is that Kenny S, you can just build completely around this guy on this map, and his CT AWPing is disgusting sometimes because he can be absolutely anywhere.
It's outrageous
at any time doing anything with that AWP.
He is a one-man human atrocity, Dan.
I know he's an abomination, an awful abomination, in a good way. In a
charming way.
In a great way.
In a charming way.
Okay, so the thing that's interesting as well is that with NiP coming off of that win, they are definitely going into advantage now in the series. If we look at the maps from a historical standpoint, from all the stats and everything like that, NiP have a much better record now than Titan. The thing is though, is that Titan are looking to actually break the kind of past history, to wipe the slate clean with this tournament. It really actually feels like that with that kind of a performance already. So I would honestly say throw all expectations and throw the stats out of the window for Titan right now, because the Titan we're seeing today is definitely looking good. So I'm hoping that on NiP's pick, Dust2, that we're going to see some continued excellence from them, and that they won't take it too much to heart, because they played their hearts out there and it was glorious.
Yeah, you can see the frustrations in Titan's faces. You can see Kenny who's sitting there, he's shaking his head, but you've got to leave that all behind. It's a new start, it's a clean slate. And again, if they have to win. They have to win, otherwise they go into the losers bracket. Nobody wants to do that.
I want them to win just so that we see Mirage, because I think the Mirage between these two teams would be be juicy.
It would be brutal, Dan. It would be brutal.
It'd be great.
Yeah. So should we start this any time now with the knife round? So what side is going to be more powerful? Because Dust2 is a map where it's not always the CT side that's chosen after the knife. Some teams opt for the T side.
Actually, NiP have been the side that in the past have actually selected T more than most other teams. Actually, interestingly, I would expect that Titan would want to get their CT side started, definitely, because that's usually the CT side's a weird one on Dust2, because it can be a real struggle, because you actually want the high economy game to get going. You actually want multiple AWPs if possible. We might only see Kenny S AWPing here for Titan. We'll have to see. But I would say that this match hinges on Titan's ability to get the rounds on the CT side and get them clean. So we'll have to see how things go here. You see Get Right on the camera there. This guy has been a machine.
So I wonder if NiP want to start on this T side, but they know Titan want to start on the CT side. Do you think they might choose the opposite side just to mess with Titan? Should they win the knife round?
I would imagine that they want to play their game. I don't think they're going to try to, especially against a team like NiP. I think you don't want to try to out mind game yourself. I just don't think that is a factor at all here. I think they're just going to say, okay, let's get our game going. That's what they need to do, because if they get their game going, they know that they'll be able to get the W.
CT side then.
Excellent. So, it's going to be interesting, isn't it? So, is there a player for you, apart from Kenny S and Alu, to look out for? Who would you look out for, and why?
I'd look out for Apex, because he went nuclear in the previous map, and if he continues in that form, then this game is anyone's, Dan. This game really is.
Hello, we can see the teddy bear on the screen.
Yeah, so it's got Get Right on his other half there. Shout outs to them, whatever that means. Anyway, pistol round has begun, guys. We have a 4-man push down A long here from NiP, and Maniac gonna fire just a one shot.
I don't
and then
think
come
he
back.
peeked though. I don't think he actually saw anything.
No, he didn't.
So he wouldn't actually see that there would be loads of players on A. So that might be one of those key bits of information that could have saved Titan, because I think if he would have seen that, then we would have seen an immediate rush onto B. I think that is without question. So
absolutely. So it's going to be Exist and Apex looking through mid, and it looks like Apex is going to chase him with a support from Existence as well. See, they had a peek.
I like that.
It looks like they're trying to bait a reaction from the CTs to try and find out where they are. So now it's Existence going for the duel with Exist. He's going to take down Exist, but Ali's got the flank from A. He's going to find his head as well, but the push, the bomb site is all Titans. The bomb is going to go down. 4 versus 4 retake here.
Yeah, really interesting. They were all on A, I guess, trying to play the long ranges with their pistols and playing the B retake game because they have the range advantages. It's a very interesting style and setup from NiP. Now they have to get this retake going. Apex shutting down Lower Dark. We have a trade coming in as Freiburg's going to be able to get NiP that two-pronged attack, but there's more players yet to take down. kennyS at the back of Plateau already doing some good damage here, but it's not enough. Alu is going to find himself one-on-one against RPK. He does not have a kit, and that bomb is ticking really fast at this point. RPK just time waster extraordinaire, and he's going to get the round there for Titan.
So, great start for the French, Swedish, Belgian team. Let's not forget all these countries, guys. Multitude of French-speaking countries here coming together to make one of the strongest teams in the world right now. They are a map down versus NiP, and it's going to be an early advantage here. So we'll see how much damage they can do to the CT side. So, both teams playing on what could be the opposite to their favoured sides. Existence just running around with a Tech 9 as well as kennyS.
Yeah.
And you could argue that there's barely a disadvantage there in this round.
Oh yeah, I mean, the ability to be able to constantly move also allows for stronger potential entries. So that's something that's really, really awesome about the Tech 9 in its current balance, if you will. But we're going to have Freiburg going to be poking his head around A long heads to see if he can find out any info, and he might just be able to catch Maniac. Maniac going to shut him completely out of the round with the Galil as the push is going to come barreling onto the A bomb site here from Titan. So they have actually got this under control at the moment, and NiP, they picked up the Galil that was dropped from Maniac, and they are likely just going to go for these exits, try to do some extra damage and prevent themselves from losing those weapons that they bought in this round and keep them to continue the damage on their second eco round before that big buy comes into play. But this is a really key start for Titan. Again, this map is really based around how much money the CTs can comfortably have going for themselves, so they can get the AWP setups working. And if the CTs win that pistol and they can build money really well early on, that allows for them to settle into that setup much sooner, and that does have a big impact on the game.
Okay, so another successful round here from Titan. Alu managing to save himself a Galil, so he will go into this round with a slightly better arsenal than his comrades, his counterparts, his Swedish buddies. Who knows what kind of Swenglish is going on in their comms right now. So, early peaks here from Existence onto the long area. Going to take down Freiburg, but that Galil is going to come into play there with Alu finding the trade. He's going to back off and rotate that gun to a different position as well. He's been tagged down to 17 HP, but knowing that there's only one gun in play for NiP, normally you'd expect the Ts to rotate away from that gun, which is why Alu's rotated. But Titan playing against that as well, and they've taken the bomb with support from Maniac over to A long. So now they've got a potential to go for the split here with two players taking short. RPK could hold the rotation through to short from top mid area. Looks like he might go over to long as well.
Yeah, this is a really nice play from Titan to get themselves towards that A bomb site. Slow and steady does it. They have avoided all of NiP, so good information finding and just generally good stuff here coming in from Titan. kennyS already going to be picking up Get Right as he does go for the crossover, and well, NiP might as well try to do some damage here. They of course are going to be buying no matter what on the following round, so if they could cause some extra expense, extra death for Titan, that's exactly what they want to get right now.
Okay, so Alu's still rolling around. He's still got his armor as well. I wonder how much hit points he has left on his armor. Forrest is going to fall. Alu getting a second frag with that Galil, so he's found great value in saving that gun. He will finally fall, and we should see the big green gun coming out for the Finnish superstar. When I completely forgot his name for a second there. When I see kennyS AWPing, for some reason, I just keep thinking of 50 Cent Candy Shop. I don't know why, but There we go. So the AWP duels will begin. Alu is actually going to A long for the moment. Going to head back over towards a short area. Well, you often see the CT sides go down to long with numbers just to secure it. Then they'll back off and leave one person there. This time that one person will be Freiburg playing in the pit.
Get Right's got himself that angle from CT spawn. They can have a bit of a crossfire there going on that defense of middle. This is left a little bit spread, but that's fine. This is kind of a normal, actually, a normal kind of deviation to the setup as timing, as the time gets later and later into the round for the CTs. Spreading out in this way, making sure that the B split plays are weaker by having a stronger middle defense. And also being able to spot cat pushes as well. You can see Kenny S going for that entry. Oh! Finds Exist, just the tip of his helmet, and he's going to take him straight down. Forrest there going in for the trades to see if he can get the damage done as they try to spill out of this choke point, and that's exactly what they'll do. But in comes the spray from Get Right, able to take down 2 players as we have Freiburg and Alu on the retake. But who is this? We have Maniac looking for that play, trying to get behind them here. He is biding his time. He's going to go for the peak, and Alu gets the shot somehow. I don't believe my eyes as he makes it a 1-on-2, but only with 6 points of health. The grenade is going to finish him off, and that will be the team elimination victory there, 4-0.
That was... he was very lucky to find that frag. Jumping around the corner, Maniac couldn't get the kill. Alu lands, Alu finishes him off. But the nade, premature end to that round, Dan. 4-0 in favor of Titan here, and again, NiP won Titan's pick. This is NiP's pick. Sorry, this is NiP's pick, and this is a great start here for Titan. NiP seem to be aware that Titan like to poke and prod through the mid doors. They had 2 people there for the previous buy round, Get Right and a teammate, just trying to hold things down there, stop the pushes.
Oh, wow.
Still went in favor of Titan, though.
It looked like Existence checked that, but he must have been like a pixel off of actually spotting Get Right. So that trade will come in. It won't be that important, as we can see that, of course, Titan racking up these rounds. However, losing 2 players, the damage starts to be a little bit annoying, but they are going to be more than equipped to continue the buys. But 5-0 now, the score, as the next buy comes in for NiP.
Double AWPs coming out here for NiP. And what's important is Titan have built so much money. They've lost these rounds. You can see, apart from Alu with 6 kills, once again top fragging straight away for NiP. There aren't many kills for each player on the team in these first 5 rounds, and that's allowed Titan to build a strong economy, which means that even if there's a war of attrition, we're going to see AWPs after AWPs after AWPs. And there's an AWP from the Finnish player on NiP, extending his kill lead on his other players. Freiburg close to double doors. Could see an early flank here, maybe, but there's still a Maniac waiting for him, should he choose to do that. Nice pop flash through the middle doors. You can see Get Right's just lying in waits, waiting to pick any baby rabbit when it comes to the doors. But Kenya's going to pull out the AWP of his own. Magic stick putting in work. That's
what we like to see, those hip shots there. And that's a brave push to do alone with an AWP, I must say, but he made it work somehow. And now the time is nigh for an explosive entry towards a bomb site. They've taken down a player each. NiP losing Get Right, and Apex going down earlier in the round towards A long. So now they just have to get Kenny S dug in to this A long area. We do still have 1 man there to defend it.
Dan, it's a conga line of cold steel here in the long area. The pop flash is coming out from the pit, but can they get the frag in time? They're going to boost onto blue here eventually. Kenny S going for it in the 3rd attempt. Alu has taken down one of the players, going for a 2-pronged assault from short. Freiburg has lost long for them. Alu has to hold here. There are 20 seconds left. If he can get 1 frag, maybe 2. Trying to slow them down. Maybe he can stop the plant, but he's going to get smoked off straight away. Boosted onto the site he is going to be. Kenny missing the shot onto Exist on slope, and that's going to be a nice clean up for NiP. Titan just left themselves without enough time to shut down NiP and get the bomb planted, and that will be NiP making their way onto the scoreboard.
Yeah, big plays coming in from Alu, and he is one of the crucial reasons that NiP's dust2 game has become a lot stronger, because his ability to play those really, really strong A-hold rounds really frees up Forrest to do other things with the AWP, which is very important. That's this whole area with the AWP, you need someone that's going to hit all those defensive shots as they push in from cat or from long, and Alu is that man. We saw it just there under pressure. Now, we'll have to see if Kenny S is going to be able to open up the round here for his team. We have the basic map control plays coming in from Titan at the start of the round, and sooner well, soon I should imagine we'll start seeing them building into that cat control as well.
Pay attention to how the CTs here are starting the round. You're seeing mid abandoned early on, then Get Right, and I think Forest come in to have a crossfire should Titan go for an early push. Then we see an eventual rotation back to keep 2 people onto B with Get Right. Keeping an eye on CT for now. We have a number of T players having a meeting of the minds here in a short area. Ali is playing the car, so he's playing a passive position where he can use the wall to basically continually peek the Ts as they approach the site from relative safety.
So this is a very default round here for Titan. And you can see they've gone for the A-split variation, and they have that player towards long. It's going to be Maniac, but in comes the push, and this is what we were talking about. Alu in action. The smokes will cut him off, though, and that's exactly the way to counter his play. He's got to go close with the AWP, and Apex is going to gun him down in the back with the AK, and that's going to force his teammates to have to do something quite amazing. Forest will already take down Apex as the smokes begin to dissipate, but considering the economic stance right now of NiP, it's a hard call to go for this. It's truly a hard call to go for this, because losing that AWP is going to be really painful in these future rounds, but they are going to try to make it happen. As Exist goes in for the jump shots. He's going to get some damage on RPK. In fact, Forest picks up the kill onto him. Kenny S and Maniac now towards long. This is very doable all of a sudden for NiP. That's a tag onto Maniac from Kenny S, as onto Exist, and they are going to back away. They did the damage that they could. They tried to create the opportunities that they could, but they realized when the game was up.
So how Titan approached short there, they did a smoke which is commonly referred to as the Fnatic smoke. That's a smoke you throw from short which lands onto a slope. They had one or two on the site as well. They essentially walled it off. They didn't do it fast enough for Alu to stop Alu getting the first kill, but essentially that stopped him from getting more kills on the players running onto short. They also had a player jump into short, so they had a push on a slope from short, and then Maniac on long as well. Very nice execute there. Set play from Titan. They put them another round in the bag. You can see the buy from NiP here. Freiburg can only afford a lowly 5-7 in this situation. Still an AWP on Alu though.
Yeah, and you can see that they have mixed up the way that the players are positioned. Again, the default setup coming in kind of the crossfire onto middle, but this time Alu's up in there on short on middle rather than being towards crossover and A long. So
he's trying to switch with Get Right.
Yeah, keeping it unpredictable where they're standing. We talked about this previously, how each of these players can play each different position interchangeably with their own style to add a different flavor to each round and to add basically a unique problem each time for Titan to have to work out. And
basically, after Ali got hard countered with those smokes in that previous round, so NiP have no choice but to change their setup here to keep Titan guessing. Titan already with a 5-round lead. Freiburg's going to go down to Apex as the push into long comes, but Get Right, he's in position to see them coming with their shadows. Gets one frag, and then that's going to be that long in control of the Titan players, and they had a RPK on short as well, so this is another set play onto A. It seems Titan have found a weakness in an NiP defense, and they are exploiting it once again.
And Ali's going to go down immediately. RPK finding head after head. Just Exist remaining. The spray comes into play, and RPK is going to secure that one very tidily for his team, and even pick up an AWP, and that is not going to go amiss. In fact, no, he's going to keep his AK, I believe. Yes.
So this is generally how these are the common approaches we see to the A site here. Generally, as a team, you never want to have everybody long or everybody short, unless you're countering a certain thing or taking them by surprise. But generally speaking, you want to push both at the same time. It leaves the CTs with very few hiding places and opportunities for crossfire, etc. You can see the effectiveness of it here in Titan versus NiP. Again, if you are just joining us, this is the second map of this match. NiP taking the first one after triple overtime. Get Right, putting in some great work there. So is Forest with a P250.
They left
3 versus 3. Well. No guns yet. Forest going to pick up the AK. And yeah, the bomb's still held in a passive position here in T-spawn just in case. But I think with control of B, they need to get it over there quickly, especially before any Ts get towards those tunnels.
This was a very crazy round from Titan. Usually you see the anti-ecos, very slow, methodical. Teams stick together as a unit, but Titan, they just seem to want to go out there for the frag hunting, essentially. It's kind of how it looked. And they do finally get the bomb carried over towards that B bomb site. But you can see that this is a little bit scary. Nade will finish off Exist though and remove the AK from his hands. But Guerra's going to have his AK, even looking to maybe find himself like a 5.7 or something like that to pick up as well to improve what he's carrying. But he's going to hold on to that AK for the time being.
It's worth noting as well, Existence's approach from T-Spawn to B. Again, he had the bomb. There was nobody in the tunnel on his side to offer him safe passage there. So you could see he threw the pop flash in. He had to smoke off. He was careful to pre-fire the corners of the smokes just to make sure nobody's lurking around. Because if the bomb goes down there, then the round flips on its head. Then Titan have to force their way back into the tunnel and they could lose the round. So it was a bit of a precarious position. Fortunately for them, there was nobody in the tunnels to contest. And it will be another round in the bag for Titan. But an AK saved for the Spray Master himself. Get right.
Yeah, things looking quite interesting at this point. Titan doing a phenomenal job on their T side. And this is what I was talking about. This is one of the reasons why I felt like I wrongly called it and said Titan's CT side will be very instrumental, because I was worried that they would get into this position that they've actually put onto NiP. But we're going to see a pop flash into middle. Existence putting up the pace. He's lighting up Forest there in the back with that AK-47, and that is really huge because now it's just Exist at the back of the site, and that's going to give RPK a one-on-one. But Exist does win that one, but Kenius has the trade, and things, thanks to Existence, are going to go the way so far of Titan. But Get Right has found himself a position just outside of the site, and the bomb is yet to go down. So the round is still alive here for NiP, despite the overwhelming odds it would seem going in the favor of Titan. But oh my goodness, so close. Wow, Get Right picks up the kill. The bomb is planted. So he's making things interesting here for Titan. Maybe not the kind of interesting that they want, but still just using the time that they have outside the site. And of course the smoke is making things rather complicated to get an angle here for these ninjas in pajamas as they make their way in for the final push into the bomb site, and the crossfires of Titan will be more than enough, and Apex will pick up both frags. 9-1 as NiP still struggle to get themselves on the board.
Never let a Swede pick up an AK, because things can get dangerous if you do. But credit to Titan, we spoke about the timing already from the CTs, how they abandon mid, how they come back to it after a certain timing when they expect the players to potentially be low tunnel, etc. And Titan did exactly what we said. They just exploited it completely. Existence charging straight through and getting a frag, opening up the round for the team. And it took them 10 rounds to do it.
Yeah, Existence, super smart.
Yeah, but look at this now. It's once again NiP on the eco. This is a horrible first half. A good start though from Forest, but Maniac is lurking. And we're going to see a flash and a push here. This is going excellently for NiP. They are savaging the Titan players. They've got 2 AKs as well. All of a sudden, I think it's going to get difficult and go from 0 to 0 here for Titan.
Oh, I can't believe it. They managed to take the bomb, and what a disaster. We've seen that happen more than once here from Titan. Basically losing the bomb, costing them massively. Maniac, I mean, sure, he can maybe get a frag or two here, but that bomb is in such a position that you would never, ever in a million years expect NiP, the caliber of players on their team, to give a situation like this away. And of course they won't. And Maniac's going to respect that and back away with his AK, because there's not even a way that he can really easily get a frag here.
No, and also, remember, we had Existence. We had a situation where Existence was in T-Spawn in the previous round. There were no NiP players in the tunnels at that time. But look, this is exactly what we were talking about. If there was one there and things go wrong, then this is the kind of problem you end up being in. And Titan will have to give up a round. But 9-2, I don't think they're going to be terribly concerned. This is going to be good for the economy of the NiP side, though. Currently ranging between 2,500 on most players. Get Right on 4,500. Forest on 3,200. Money, though, isn't spectacular on Titan's side at the moment. You've got Kenny 6,000, Existence 6,000. The rest of them between 2 and 3. And there will be a lot of rebuying here. So if NiP can string some rounds together, they could potentially get a 9-6.
Indeed. Yeah, it's definitely a must, considering that Titan have a very strong CT side themselves, and now they're basically securing that thing that even if they lose the pistol, even if they have a bit of trouble getting their money together, they have a really good scoreline already to work with, and they can make it even worse for NiP if they can just break them. They can money screw them still. So this is a horrible situation for the Swedes and Finn. And we'll have to see how they are going to be bringing themselves back into this. They have Alu again on the AWP, and he's over towards long this time, keeping things unpredictable again, back in that position. And once again, Titan playing a default round and slowly taking map control, leaving a man at A long still, and Last time we saw that they did favor that A split, leaving the man at long instead of the man on upper dark for the B split, and playing the push really well with the smokes, with the Fnatic smoke that James described.
Yeah, so Existence currently hanging around outside long. That's the same position we used to see for Flaren playing for the old NiP lineup. Alu actually flashed Freiburg into A doors earlier for him to have a quick peek, try and get some information. Unbeknownst to him, though, we've got 3 people creeping over towards the B bomb site, but NiP seem to have an inkling as to what's going on as we see a rotation from Get Right and Forest. Exist going to a passive position towards B as this push is about to begin. Existence with the second AWP on the Titan side, holding an angle now, but he's up against 2 people should he try and push.
And I like how they're not smoking it because they trust in kennyS to hit those shots. They want him to eliminate those AWPers in the one-on-one duels. And the smoker's going to come in. He's going to peek below that smoke. That's an excellent smoke. Would you look at that? kennyS with the shot onto Alu. And it is going to be a bit of a cleanup on the A bomb site. But NiP, they're 3 against 3 here. It all to do. But kennyS is going to be putting quite the thorn in their side, taking down Forest as well, holding down the bomb itself. Looking for those shots towards long. Playing against Freiburg, but he will manage to pick up the kill and make it another one. Now it's just Existence with the AWP in his hands, and that bomb is to be defused. He's just going to go for the hold. I think he's got the cover here. Oh, he can't get the shot on the diffuser. Exist with the hold. Very clutch. Very, very clutch. But James, is it enough?
Is it enough? We will find out. Lots of damage was done. Bomb was planted. You can see the money on Titan is tight at the moment. kennyS starting with 3,200, and this is what we're talking about. Now NiP can try and really string some rounds together. Existence really unfortunate there, especially with that flashbang. I think ideally he wanted to try and peek wide and go for a crouch pre-fire, crouching
nice
pre-fire, but never mind that. Getting a bit geeky about AWPs now. First kill goes in favor of Alu. We're going to see an early presence in a long area, but there are still people to kill for both teams here. Ooh. Look at the position of Freiburg. He is back on the platform, hiding behind the smoke. He's going to take down Existence in the pit, who's been isolated because of those smokes. kennyS seeking revenge for his fallen teammate. He will find it as well. 2 players going down now for NiP. 3 versus 3 here. 2 AKs only on the Titan side. RPK still with just a Tech 9. Somebody on Calm. Maniac doesn't see him. Maybe he had 4x3 rather than 16-9. Bomb is in the pit. Bomb will fall as well. And NiP starting to catch up very quickly indeed.
Indeed, indeed. It's looking really good for them at this point. But 9 rounds T side is still really intimidating. So I mean, Titan right now are in a position where even if they don't get any more rounds, they have great odds to win this match if they can continue the dominance on the CT side. So, strong half so far. Can they make it even stronger? We're going to see the Tech 9s in from them and a couple grenades. So, going to try to make a quick little set play with the smoke and the 2 flashes, get themselves in with a quick entry, see if they can make a bomb plant and go from there. But it's all going to be on NiP and their ability to quickly respond to the fast-moving players blazing those Tech 9s as they run. And so far, just waiting out the pre-nades are Titan. The push soon to commence.
So, Existence, will he push through slope or will he just look for the rotators? If Titan gets some frags onto the B bomb site, it may force Alu to head into the site. Should he do that, Existence could either go for the flank or just hold that right-hand side wall. Well, that's been eliminated now. Alu finds the frag. Push is going to start here for Titan. That is a great flash from Alu over the red. That's going to leave them completely blind and allow his teammates to still continue to peek. Very strong flash there. Good team play by the new player. And that is a reasonable round there. 2 players falling for NiP, but no plant for Titan. Last round of the first half, so those frags won't really matter that much for NiP.
I must say I loved how Exist played the back of plateau there behind the crate. How he just, there's a few bullets and then crouch. A few bullets and crouch. Just slightly altering his position. Even though the Tech 9s aren't super accurate at that range, he's just making it really hard and just making them hungry to like keep pushing forwards and then just going down a little bit. It's just such a nice dynamic there.
Exist has picked up the auto sniper as well. So that may mean if he can get to, well, he's playing from the window area at the moment, but that may allow NiP to strengthen the forces in other areas. Alu is going to show Apex what he can do with an AWP. Early advantage for NiP, but it's still 1:20 on the clock here for Titan to even things up. But is kennyS going to go down as well? Alu is in his death roll mode as we are in the last round. NiP looking good for a 9-6 now. Alu with another frag onto Existence. Only 2 more for him to find. He may be hungry for the ace here.
RPK is going to try to start things off again for Titan, but still an AWP and also Sniper left as AKs on NiP, so nothing to sniff at just yet. Going to have Titan's Maniac looking for that bomb, and the jump could come here quite shortly, and we don't know how strong and annoying that can be, but he might just get the spray almost, and both of them will go down. NiP going to be able to secure 6 rounds after losing a huge quantity of rounds in a row. They were really terrible, and you can see that one rounds that was gained by NiP there, and then the immediate loss afterwards. That completely money screwed them, and that really helped Titan to just gain round after round after round. So, again, well played by them to keep composed through all of that. Yeah, they did very, very well with the momentum there. Once again, Alu top fragging here for NiP. He's got 17 kills on the board, being tied with Kenya. So the AWPers for both sides, putting in big numbers here for both NiP and Titan respectively. And it seems like every game, Alu's just top of the leaderboard. He is just putting these guys in the meat grinder. He is bodying people, as you would say, James. He is bodying people. Say from the streets of London. What are you trying to say? I'm posh, and you're not. Wow. Actually, Thorin thinks you're more posh than me. Well, we'll have to ask Thorin about that later. Send for the body bags, people, because Alu and Kenny S are looking sharp as butcher's pencils right now. Absolutely, Dan. Yeah. Okay, so going into the second half, we've got Titan with a 3-round advantage here, and they, again, their T side was pretty strong. They had some great executes onto the A side, but now it's their turn to defend. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how Titan's setup works, because I'm quite curious if how they alter things or how much they're going to play off Kenny S. It's always very interesting to see. First of all, though, it's about securing that economy, and the pistol round is where you do it. So now we can see the opener from NiP, and they're going to force that reaction out of Titan. Now, so far we're seeing a lot of players in dark. So it is actually looking like they want to just go for just to barrel down middle potentially, or just cause a lot of havoc towards short, but just generally stay in a numbers advantage on these engagements. And this multiple players here for Titan on short is definitely going to deter NiP from going there. Instead, they divert their maneuvers towards that B bomb site, up middle and onto a potential plant. Apex goes down immediately. That's a great kill from Forest. And now things get troublesome here for Titan. That was a massive call by the NiP players. There was a surprise birthday party on short for them, but they weren't interested in the cake. They've gone to the B bomb site. The bomb is down, and now it's down to Titan to go for the retake. Only 2 players left. Make that one. This pistol strat has not worked out for Titan so far. Maniac, though, he's still in it. He just needs headshots, but he's up against multiple guns. Another frag for Maniac. He's got 2 more to find. No kit on him, and he will finally fall, pushing the site with all of 1 HP, Dan. And that's going to be a great round in the bag for Titan. Again, excellent decision-making under pressure. Yeah, indeed. Well, NiP going to be in a situation now where they just have to weather the dangers of that second round kind of force buy from Titan. Now, Titan have a lot of players in middle here. They're looking to get a push, and that's a tag in from Kenny S. Look how aggressive they're moving, and they might they're trying to catch players off guard, use the number advantage. That's exactly what's going to happen, and then they're going to fall back here onto some better positions and make it so that NiP feel pressured to make a move. And look at this, Titan rotating in all the right places, but still a huge advantage on the weapons here for NiP to take these kills and get the bomb planted. And in they go here. This round is quite the slugfest, but Get Right with the spray on that Galil is going to provide a very reassuring presence for his side on that A bomb site, getting frag after frag. Get Right looking for that ace, but it will be Exist to pick up the last one. And NiP close to tying things up now as we go into the full save for Titan. Things got really ugly really fast there for NiP. It's like seeing a girl's MySpace photo and going for the date, Dan, and she's a monstrosity. It could have got brutal there, but Get Right saved the day, had a massive cleanup for his team, and they escaped without paying the bill in a restaurant. So it's going to be Titan on the eco. 2 quick frags there for NiP. So far, so good. So far, much better than the last round. Kenny Esto going to try and slow him down on short, but for how long? He's got 1 frag. Had to jump into CT. And the round will slow down as NiP look for the final frag. Get Right's going to fall. Kenny S is doing massive work in this round. He could even win it for Titan. NiP will take the round after all, but what damage was done there? Yeah, some good damage. The interesting thing to note is that Titan in that second round, that force buy, they invested a lot of money, and most teams these days are deciding to invest less and less into the force buy of, or well, not the force buy, but the second round buy up when you lose, because they want to get the high economy setups going. But we can see that getting so many frags, Kenny is going to be able to actually get that AWP going. Forest will get a tag onto Maniac, but this is going to be a very, very crucial round because Kenny's might not see many AWPs after this unless they can secure the economy now. And Kenny's will pick up Freiburg on the defensive catwalk play and fall back to a crossover. So good work done so far by Titan.
Okay, 9-9, all to play for. There is nothing separating these teams. There is hardly anything on Cash, and it continues on dust2. This is a crucial round for both sides as someone's economy is about to get wrecked. So, is that the smoke?
It looks like a bit of boosting on top here to see where Kenny S is, but he is wise to the tricks of Alu, and he will take him down. And that is another really huge frag. Now what do NiP have to settle on? They've got 2 players down already. They've not removed anyone from Titan from the map just yet. So their setups are strong all over. So they have to just go for it. Get Right will get the entry onto existence, but RPK providing the trade and getting a good chunk of damage, and Apex is quick to the scene to take the trade once again. 2-on-1 here for Exist. He's in the bomb site, and suddenly, out of nowhere, this becomes doable. But Kenny S is looking for the cross shot. We know he's fast, we know he's quick, and he does get the tag onto Exist.
Oh, cheeky bugger.
Wow. He goes for that repeat against Kenny S of all players, who would have perhaps been expecting the fast plant after making that daring jump, but Exist, with that smart play, gets the better of Kenny S in that situation. So now he finds himself low, in fact, exactly the same health against Maniac. In he creeps from the double doors, and Maniac doesn't know where he is, but there he'll find him. Exist will go down, and that's an amazing save. But a lot of damage was done to the economy, and as you so rightly put, not only despite winning that round, the CTs need a lot more cash, so both sides are having their economy wrecked here today.
Indeed, and that bomb plant was absolutely crucial. What's even more crucial is that Maniac didn't have a kit, so it was a bit too risky for him to try and go and get the AWP and then come back and defuse the bomb. Had to go for the defuse first, got nowhere near the AWP. So there's a lot of factors in play here. Because of that plant, NiP are going to get another buy. So the pressure continues for both teams here. They have to win this round. Titan though playing short. They've got 3 FAMASs at the moment. There's a big push here in the long area. We've got people going into pit. Maniac's going to go down completely blind. All of a sudden, Titan have 3 players after just winning the previous round versus 4 NiPs.
Kenny S does make 2 quick frags to the FAMAS, retreats to the bomb site, down to 36 health under huge pressure from both Catwalk and Long. But they are falling back, and both frags coming in very quickly, and NiP will break Titan's economy, and that was a very key round for them to win because all the money bonus is gone, of course, from Titan, and they're left with this on your screen right now. That you cannot buy very much with that.
They're left with rags, Dan.
Yeah.
They've got holes in their sandals. They're walking the earth. They've got blisters, Dan. They've got boils.
And after this round, they're going to be getting 1900, so they can't even buy on the next round. This is potentially double eco. Depends on how Titan want to play it, but if they ever want to see an AWP again, they're going to have to double eco. And that is scary against NiP because that slows the free economy towards them, towards the latter stages of this first half.
With the early
second half.
With the early nades in the long area for NiP, Titan have gone for the 4-man stack straight away with one person as a backup over towards B. Existence going to find the first frag onto the player and car. RPK getting 1 frag, but the round is pretty much being closed out here with only Existence remaining. Alu is looking for a potential flank in the mid area. He's going to be holding on to short. We'll see if Existence can find himself any frags, maybe pick up a gun here. Looking at the money at the moment, it really is dire for Titan.
They can't. I think that they can't force buy here. I think that it'll be tempting, but I think they have to double eco because I think their chances are much better when they have Kenny S on the AWP, and they need the grenades. They just can't force buy here because then they fall into the trap that. Okay, then they've already invested in that buy, so then they have to buy again with their money bonus. So they won't see an AWP unless they are able to get a kill and pick one up. So they're going to go for that save, which is smart. And NiP are going to have another free one. This is going to be making them feel really good about themselves. The emotions going to be running very high and looking very good for NiP in this moment.
Titan need to buy in the next round, and they need to win. But they're still trying to win this one for now. We've got Kenny S in a very sneaky position on short, but Freiburg's going to take him down straight away as they start to cut down the Titan players. RPK once again getting another frag in an eco round, but it's not going to be enough for his team to take home the W. He's left with 11 HP, and he's going to get shot in the face. So NiP survive with only 1 player going down, and now really Titan must prevail.
Absolutely. This is going to be an interesting spot here for Kenny S. Now, does he go for an aggressive peek. We actually have Existence on an AWP as well, so perhaps he's going to be taking that towards B. He does do very well on the B defenses on dust2, and in fact, he's going to boost over this smoke. Oh my god, Existence! Oh, he doesn't get the shot. That was so close. So close. That would have been such an important frag, and we have kennyS looking for a bit more of an aggressive angle in towards Catwalk. He has support here as well, so they could really make a few frags on Catwalk if Ninjas in Pajamas decide to go for the take, which is so common in the default T rounds for dust2. Forest already positioned in A long, so this might actually have NiP in a position where they want to go for that A play, but potentially not here. We're going to see the wrap into B. Frybo's going to go straight in, straight through the grenades, straight through the double doors, and straight into the crosshairs of RPK. And kennyS has the cover as well. Good start here from Titan, but there's more players yet to take down.
Look at the flank here. Forest is on long. He's got a chance to kill someone. Alu's going to take down Existence. kennyS has realized what's going on. He's going to have to look away. The bomb is still running around B tunnels at the moment, so this could still go anywhere. Forest has now moved over to the short area, while Titan still have control of B. We've got NiP going for a full rotation. This is longest rotation EU, Dan, to try and make it over to A, while Forest holds down short. Maniac's pushing mid, and he's going to get taken down by Forest. We can see the charge continue down the long area with the bomb.
His positioning is so good at the moment, and Apex knows he's up there, but what can he do? Nothing. kennyS is now left alone, and they got out-positioned in this round. They got out-maneuvered by NiP, and that's a very, very strong move from them. That's Exist showing a great calling in these moments, in these mid-round moments, to help them take this round. And there is no way kennyS can actually make this happen. He's going to have to hold on to this AWP.
There's always a way kennyS can make it happen. But on this occasion, he's going to choose to save.
The thing is about this is that because of the consecutive round loss bonus, money bonus, they will actually be able to buy up Famises behind the AWP. And whereas normally you'd think, okay, maybe we should save in this situation, get a proper buy, because kennyS still has an AWP, that's going to encourage that. And we see it. One NiP player was sent towards B to actually hunt kennyS down, but he's going to be safe for the time being, and he's going to bring the AWP into the next rounds.
Titan have called for a timeout here, and the pause is indeed going to come in. So this is crunch time. Look at the money here on Titan. 3,000. It's pretty much the average with kennyS saving the AWP. This is a very difficult position for them. NiP have 13 rounds to the 10 of Titan. They have the AWP in play at the moment, do Titan. So there are questions to be made here. Do they go for a kind of force here to play around the AWP, or do they try and save and probably put NiP on 14 rounds and then it's all in every single round? They end up being in a similar position to what happened to them on Cash. How do you feel about their options, Dan?
It's really, really hard, because if they go for a save, kennyS is likely losing the AWP. He can probably buy one on the next round anyway, but I don't think it's going to be as kitted out as he is here, because right now he's got all the nades, he's got the kit, he's got the Kevlar, he's fully kitted out at the moment. So how many rounds let's press tab real quick here. How many rounds they lost in a row? So they've lost 4 in a row. So by losing this one, they're going to be on the max bonus of 3,400. So add 3,400 to his current total, and we get 4,800. So he can basically just afford an AWP, and the rest of the team is kind of a stronger buy. But at this situation, they could force up with Famises and Kevlar, but they'll have no nades. So this is such a marginal call, because there's like 2 styles of calls in these situations. You'll have your in-game leaders who essentially will favor this position. Well, okay, if we're really far behind, we always buy here because we just need rounds, and we need every opportunity to potentially take rounds, even if the odds are bad. And that's one style of calling. But this is already a close match, so they might do they put their focus in saying, let's have a strong buy because we know how to play these setups, instead of saying, we don't have the nades to do what we want to do, we don't have the nades to be comfortable and to run defensive or aggressive plays, and aggressive plays that could blow up the round early on. We already saw that potential play with Existence boosting over the smoke in middle. Like, they need these early round advantages, and it's much harder for them to find those if they don't have a fully kitted out team. So that's what they're dealing with right now, and it's an impossibly hard call for them to make.
Yeah, it's a very difficult decision indeed. What is the optimal play for Titan? It's all about that.
Do you want to make a prediction here? Because of course either they buy or they go for a save behind kennyS.
I don't know. I mean, if they go for a save, RPK would probably be best placed to buy an AWP should kennyS lose that one, since he has the most money on the team. kennyS in return dropping for RPK.
The thing is as well, if they save this round, and let's say It doesn't matter about Kenny S. They have in the following round, the buy-up will leave them with enough money that even if they lose that round, that they'll have a solid buy in the following round. So, but the problem is then is that NiP will be on 15 rounds already, and we have cash all over again.
Yeah.
And although Titan showed they could do it on cash, that is such a hard spot to be fighting for that overtime.
It's not a situation you want to be in. So the
Yeah.
question is, do they go all in, or do they kind of spread their variance across more rounds? But then again, they put themselves in a precarious position, Dan. It's like trying to walk across a dodgy wooden bridge.
Yeah.
Or go down in the water and face the alligator.
Exactly. Yeah, it's really interesting. Okay, so they're going to go middle of the road here. They're going to just buy a little bit, and they're going to kind of save. I actually like this because Titan, if they get the full buy, they can say, well, we have strats and drills on our CT side that we can run with a full buy, and that will be more effective and bring us back into the game. So here we go. Kenny S, fast boost. No one to be seen. They're going for a play into B. This is massive. They completely avoided Kenny S.
They're in already.
And this is really, really huge indeed. And that's just the roll of the dice, and well chosen from NiP, this strat fast. But Kenny S wants to go in. He can afford an AWP if he dies here in the following round, but he will have nothing to buy with it if he loses it. Yeah. So no Kevlar, no kit, no nades, of which he's currently holding all of those things.
I think he already wants nothing more to do with this round. That's one of those situations where it's pretty much a save unless you can run in and get one massive frag straight away. Yeah. If he kills a bomb carrier, for example, then they have to try and scramble, figure out, oh, look, we need to cover our asses. We also need to plant the bomb. Then his teammates can maybe get into a better position and try and capitalize and punish them when they try and get that plant. He went for the shot. He went for the flick shot towards the tunnels, didn't get it, and immediately that was it. One chance, miss, get out of there.
And one of the things that I'm worried about for Titan right now is that from NiP's perspective, I'm not sure how they're going to call the next round, as we're actually having the hunt right now for NiP. If they're actually able to take down a player, it could be pretty big, but I'm worried that NiP are just going to make a fast play into a site and completely circumvent any early round shenanigans where Titan try to get an advantage. So if they run a fast set play on B, for example, I'm afraid that they are going to catch Titan with their pants around their ankles and they're just going to close out the match. So if Titan can get into the mid-round, their chances will be definitely a lot higher here.
Here it is. This is the buy for Titan. So worst case scenario, there's still a little bit of money in the bank.
Oh, he waited, then he pulled the trigger and Alu goes down and they make it work. Early advantage, but this is it. NiP going for that fast play, trying to throw off the timing of Titan, and they have completely taken over the bomb site. Freiburg eliminates Apex, and NiP are all down to Maniac on the A site. He's got to hold this position. He has to keep it safe for his rotating teammates.
Yeah, he has no choice. If they lose long, they pretty much lose the round here, but he seems secure for the time being. He's starting to push up the long area as Kenny S sees a smidgen of Freiburg, but not enough to get the frag. Goes for a frag onto the site. Tag down to 8 HP here. Get right, it's going to take down Maniac, and things are looking very hard indeed for Titan. Only existence remaining with Diop. He's too close to run away with it. He will fall as well. Match point for NiP, and there's a lot of match points. Titan will be able to get one more buyout. This is last chance saloon.
Yeah, and this was the amazing thing about the decision to actually not fall by in that spot where they were in, because even if they had won that round, they would have left themselves with some money by doing it this way. So it's very nice from them. Either way, we already get these battles in the middle at the start of the round. The classic dust2 dynamic. And Kenny S opens up once again. Early advantage here, but they have presence on Catwalk to stop fast pushes in Apex. He's got no support, but still, he gets the kill onto Freiburg. And 3 men now just alive for NiP. Will it be enough for them to take this round still? Kenny S pulls the trigger once again, and he finds himself a kill onto Get Right. More players to try to get the trade as Forest this time, and he will get that one.
Forest tried to get an immediate trade onto Kenny S, but Kenny S got the hell out of dodge very quickly indeed. Came back, couldn't get the last snap onto Forest, but it's 2 versus 4 here. This is a strong position for Titan. They are playing well in the clutch situations, but have they left it too long to have a strong showing versus NiP late in the game here? NiP again with a number of buy rounds remaining, a number of match points remaining. Now it's Alu versus 4. It's the clutch master, but he's not going to have the right angle. Too many angles to cover, and that is another round in the bag for Titan. They're going to pick up the second AWP as well. So I think we're going to see existence in Kenny S.
There are kind of 2 dynamics that they can NiP can play with, I think, at the moment. It's either not avoid Kenny S, because no team says we must focus our play around one player to play against one player, but avoid potentially these early picking situations, get close on an execute. Oh, or do that, just go straight up for the one-on-ones and try to play it completely against those pick battles. And that is what we're seeing, that brazen plays coming in from NiP as Freiburg makes his way up short, doing what Freiburg does, getting those entries up catwalk, and now Apex in a very hard spot. He's going to go down, and Forest picking up kennyS. They're falling like flies. It's all on RPK. NiP looking to close out this best of 3 already here for StarSeries 12. First one of the day. And once again, Titan in trouble, and Exist. He will close it out for NiP, and they will take the series. Well done to NiP. They will move forward in the tournament. Very well played by them.
You can hear the support for NiP in the crowd as well. They are chanting the 3 golden letters. And again, that was a very strong performance from NiP indeed. Just ran away with it. They broke Titan's economy. They kept them poor, and that gave them a number of rounds. Same thing happened to Cash to both teams actually. They kept them poor, but they broke those key rounds, and it allowed them to extend their lead too far, out of reach for Titan.
The thing is that Titan, they really played their hearts out. And you could really see it. There was so much strategical back and forth. We could actively see how the meta was working and how each team leader was taking it into consideration. And not only that, but past history playing one another. But we do have an interview coming up on the stage any moment now with the winners.
Both languages, and Russian and English, and here with me, get right, my congrats to you. And I think that this team, this powerful team and very nice team, it was not so easy. How do you think?
Well, to be honest, I think both of the teams feel that they could have won cash like much earlier, but I guess it's exciting for both of the teams, kind of like nervous feeling in everybody's like bodies when they're playing the game, when they're coming over to 4 overtimes and so on. So I think that would probably much like the one who wins that map is going to break the momentum and actually going to win the next one, no matter what the score is going to be. Even though we were under pretty big there in second, I didn't really feel nervous, to be honest.
You know, when you talk about that you feel nervous, I don't believe you because you didn't look like a man with the nerves. Okay, congrats to you and all of your team. It was very nice and excellent game. Good luck to you and respect to your opponents. Guys, we will come back soon with a social media host who will give you a small giveaways and maybe small prizes. Thank you.
Because I don't think they'll throw it back to us.
esportsbets.com, the service where gamers will bet real money on virtual events. Only here, the best odds and widest coverage of games from Dota 2 to Hearthstone.
We have over 200,000 users registered.
Join us. Prove that you are the best versed in esports. Who will get the first blood? Who will take the first Roshan? Who will win the knife round? Participate in the race of predictors and earn real money. The more bids, the more bonuses. Reward for your first deposit up to $600. esportsbets.com. Foresight, passion, and calculation.